Guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. The powerful warrior Jamura, with a big smile, would begin to create a large sphere of mass density in the palm of his hands, with which the condensed power was amazing. So instantly, without hesitation, he was able to destroy the 12 universes, leaving nothing standing, because this time, he'd been able to resort to a much greater power than normal. If you are anywhere in the 12 universes at this moment, you must have been turned into simple cosmic dust. That great explosion was beginning to approach all the warriors, but as if it were a miracle, Zeno-sama in his combat form had prostrated himself before that great explosion, and with a great determination in each of his hands, he would form a tiny spheres. But although his size was insignificant, the power that condensed in each of them was unreal. Because of my damn fault, that miserable demon has been able to destroy all 12 universes. If necessary, I plan to give my life for those Saiyans to survive, because I'm sure they'll be able to defeat them. At the moment, that big explosion would begin to impact Zeno-sama. However, the King of the Whole in the same way would begin to channel all his power in that attack, being able to repel the attack for a few seconds, but being about to be defeated, all the other angels would begin to transmit all their power so that Zeno-sama would not be defeated so easily. Great Zeno-sama, we know that you're not the one behind all this, since the cause has been made, that miserable one, but don't worry, because this time you have our support. Zeno-sama was able to withstand that big explosion, but at the moment, he would still fall to the ground, because the damages he had received were of another level. For his part, Jamura would enter the Kingdom of the Whole. This is what I really needed, since I'm not in this damn place to take orders, but I have to start creating my army. Jamura, with some strange poses, was able to summon a portal, from which hundreds of warriors began to come out of all the Kingdom of the All. But among them, the one who stood out the most was an opposing warrior who was very similar to Frieza's race, but the power he was able to give off was amazing. It will be a pleasure to be under your orders, my lord, and don't forget that you can order us anything, and we will comply with it without any objection. I like that. But for now, I want all of you to take care of protecting the barriers of this multiverse, since this will be the multiverse of ruin. As you order, my lord. In that case, I will delegate to myself several recruits to the borders of this great multiverse. Returning to the other warriors, the most affected were the Saiyans, because their bodies were completely shattered. Even with the help of the angels, their bodies were hardly able to accept the energy they were receiving. However, at a specific moment, the Prince of the Saiyans would wake up, expelling all his power in the Ultra Ego. However, when observing Vegeta's eyes, they were completely white, implying that he was unconscious. The damage they have to receive must have been incredible, so that they're not even able to control their own bodies. Seconds later, the Prince of the Saiyans would fall to the ground again. Brother, do you think that the Divine World is capable of emerging victorious from this battle? I don't know, sister, but the only thing I'm sure is that we must protect these Saiyans with our lives, as they are the hope, because that was the thought of our dear father. On the other hand, on the borders of the multiverse of Zeno-sama, several warriors began to enter because of the other kings of the All. Upon witnessing the fall of the king of the All, had decided to claim as their own the territory that was once Zeno-sama's. This multiverse of Zeno-sama will be mine, and I'll not allow anyone else to be able to approach what belongs to me, the two most powerful warriors of my multiverse. Go put order. We have to be the biggest and most powerful multiverse. That's why we have to get hold of that multiverse. That was the thought of most kings at all, so they had sent their most powerful warriors, finding several of them on the borders of the multiverse. But when they were about to start fighting among them, several of them were surprised to realize how a flash was able to even split several of their enemies in half, as if it were a blade. But not being enough, was able to even split several planets in half that had crossed in their passage. I don't want to fight each other. Since I have thousands of years, I don't have a good fight, and I want to have some fun. The warriors stared at each other while among all, a powerful warrior with several horns on his head would step forward. Apparently you are a somewhat powerful warrior, but it's a pity that you don't have any allies, unlike us who are an army next to you. For your information, I only have the power of an army, and if you don't believe what I'm telling you, you'd better come and check it out for yourself. Instantly, several warriors launched themselves against Archon, who, without any difficulty, was able to dodge each of their blows of the warriors, being able to even grant thousands of cuts all over the battlefield, ending with the life of several warriors. That's right, on the part of Archon, he began to create a mountain of dejected warriors. Well, although the other warriors had the numerical advantage, they weren't able to cause an effective damage Archon, because even when they hit Archon, their fists hurt due to the resistant skin that Archon, with the help of his tail, was able to send the warriors he had nearby to fly to several planets. That's what you mean you guys had the army of a power. Don't make me laugh. They're just simple ants next to me. Ugh, that hurt me too much. How's it possible that a simple warrior is able to put us in these conditions? Meanwhile, Archon was watching them from atop of the atmosphere. The other warriors began to lose their fighting instinct, as no matter what technique or attack they used, Archon was always ahead of them. Don't give up. I'm sure that bastard must be exhausted too, since it's not easy at all to face warriors more powerful than the priests themselves. Archon, a little irritated by the presence of that warrior, had moved at a speed that, on this occasion, no one was able to observe. You've got me tired with your damn words, so you die easy. Don't use even 25% of all my power. Now die! Archon, with a great attack of energy, would be released all over the place, wiping out most of the warriors, was able to end the battle since all of the warriors, only one of them managed to escape into his multiverse. I want you to reach your destination, as I have a surprise for you, in the curse of your king who wants to conquer the multiverse of the mighty Jamura. Archon was able to feel the perception of his energy, since inside that warrior had injected a lot of negative energy. So when he arrived, his king of all, he would leave the palace when he realized how his most powerful warrior spat too much blood all over the place. I can't believe what I'm witnessing. How was it Zeno-sama who did this to you? Without him being able to respond, his whole body was starting to inflate, and at the moment, a huge explosion would be created all over the place. So powerful had that explosion been, that even on this occasion, the blood of the entire warrior would fall like rain, while a monster would be created on the top. So you're the damn worm that wanted to take over our multiverse. For all your information, that multiverse is under our control. And I'll give you a little taste of what'll happen to you if you mess with us again. The incredible monster, despite his enormous size, was able to grant thousands of blows all over the warrior's body. To the size being enormous, the damage it had caused to the king at all was of another level. The Archon technique would fade, meanwhile, during which the Saiyan warriors, the angels, had chosen to enter a dimension in which time passes in a much faster way. In order to be able to the warriors recover in the shortest possible time, to spend in that room 3 years, the warriors had woken up. Well, it had only been 2 days outside, however, the warriors woke up not 100%, as several of their energy veins were not able to assimilate such incredible power that the new warrior had shown. Ah, my body hurts completely. Where are we? I don't know, you damn insect, but we must look for a solution, so we're able to defeat that damn monster. I agree with you, Mr. Vegeta, and we have the right plan for you to be able to achieve it. Both Saiyans who had been able to first wake up were realized how the angels and gods had returned to normal. Goku, I know it's not time, but I'm proud of the power you've been able to get. Just like you, Vegeta, you're really the protectors of the 12 universes. No, Mr. Beerus, we were defeated by that damn garbage, and we could do absolutely nothing against it. There is one last possibility, and it is the power beyond the king of the all, the power beyond the divine. It is known as the state of an omnigod. Omnigod? What state are you referring to, Whis? Please explain to us. The state of the omnigod is able to channel all the power and vital energy. Even if he left them for 5 years without being able to fight, the power he can give them is of another level. It is said that there has been no warrior who's able to survive after fighting with warriors who reach that state. Stop fighting for 5 years. Of course I could do it in order to finish with that bastard who finished with my whole family. In that case, it's decided. Would be the new warriors to take over the power beyond the king of all. Well, in that case, since Daishinkan was not present, we, the 12 angels and gods, will use our power to be able to perform the ritual. as well as grant them such a state. All the gods and angels began to surround Goku and Vegeta, while a strange feeling was felt by the Saiyan warriors. But instantly, both warriors fell to the ground due to all the incredible power and essence that is entering their bodies. Bear with me. It's not long, very little. Both Saiyans were immediately knocked out of combat, so after a few hours, they would both wake up, but even their powers in sleep mode, it was incredible. It's time for you to be able to access a new level. Expel all your power. Goku and Vegeta expelled the maximum of their powers, with which the power they were able to release was amazing. While various marks on their body would become present, as well as the entire dimension they had reached, would be completely destroyed, being able to feel such abominable power by all existing multiverses. What? Whose powers are these? They're gigantic powers. Jamura, along with Archon and several of his warriors, began to head towards the place, while Whis had confirmed him that they were only able to stay in such a state for 1 hour, since the cannon's power was supreme. So 1 hour, but 5 minutes will be enough for us. I hope you're ready, Vegeta. So you thought the same as me. The one who has to beat him back is the mighty Gogeta. Both Saiyans would quickly make the fusion, which left Whis surprised, since the time would be shortened in an incredible way. But the moment of such warrior appearing in intimidating presence was able to be felt all over the place. Gogeta, Super Saiyan Omni, was able to observe how in the distance several warriors were approaching. Gogeta, as if were a flash, were able to arrive in a few seconds in front of all the warriors, and with a very powerful blow was able to send Jamura flying to the surface of a planet, destroying it completely. Damn you, worm! You'll die! Palms of death! That monster would appear again, but the moment he would execute one of his most powerful techniques, however, to everyone's surprise, Gogeta was able to dodge each and every one of his blows. You're not the right opponent for me. Besides, I don't have time. I just have to finish with the damn Jamura. Archon, with a small attack in one of his hands, was able to pulverize him completely, because the attack, being a few centimeters from colliding with Archon, would increase his size to the bearing of a sun. That's right, Archon, the most powerful warrior of the elite Jamura, had been eliminated as a simple insect, while Gogeta, without waiting for Jamura to recover, rushed against him, starting to grant him a shower of blows all over his body, leaving him in terrible conditions. I'll not beg for my life, but you're an admirable warrior. I didn't think that you'd be able to manage to hurt me so much, to the point of being able to leave almost on the verge of death. As I told you, I'm the Beast Tamer. I hope you'll be reborn as a good guy. But now, die! Gogeta would throw his most powerful attack against Jamura, with which so much power there had been absolutely nothing left of it. While at the same instant the fusion would end, Goku and Vegeta would fall to the ground out of combat, Gohan and Broly would hold them, while the angels with all their divine power were able to get everything back to normal. While they are the Super Dragon Balls, they managed to bring Daishinkan back to life in the same way. Whis, I told you, those Saiyans will be the saviors of this multiverse. That's right, Father. I'm sorry for mistrusting you. So all the warriors left their respective planets, while the Saiyans would be served a banquet the instant they arrived, while the 5 years would pass for both Saiyans to fully recover. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like, Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.